private mode where your memories belong only to yourself, so only you have access to it. And then there's the public mode where other people can go towards your capsule, and there's this mode called the explorer mode, hunt mode. So capsules that are near you, you could go towards the location and open them. So it's kind of like a treasure hunt as well. So it's both a memory keepsake and a treasure hunt activity, I would say.
Oh, that's nice. That's such a like fun and entertaining app. So is it like an app which you are making?
Yes, but
How do you plan
currently
to
it's only
deliver the
available on
product?
web. But like I want to later on want to a physical app might be.
Okay, okay. So is it deployed and like have your customers tried it out? You tried it with your friends or family?
It's already deployed. Sorry, you're kind of cutting off.
Yeah, actually, your voice is in between cutting off, but yeah, you can.
Hello.
Yeah,
Could I present to you?
I can hear you, but there's some lag as well as your voice is a bit distorted.
Oh, sorry, I can't really hear you as well. Okay, can I try to exit and come back? Maybe it's
I think there's some delay, but we can manage. You can go ahead and ask your like challenges or blockers you're facing.
so one challenge is like user traction. When I talk to people about like the concept, they're receptive, of course, but online it's hard to reach an audience.
That's a very common problem where I think it's yesterday's session also, and I have like got to know this from quite of the participants that they are facing the same issue of like how to scale or get more customers on board. So first thing would be like, did you try to create an Instagram account or you're trying to spread it in like any of the social media handles? And try to create an account there and try to reach as many as people. You should be posting like about four real videos per week, or you can spread it in YouTube Shorts also, and create some static posts also. And like there would be some community groups, right? Where a lot of youngsters are present, and the college going students and school students, you can spread it in your community groups also. You can share the link and they can try it out and also ask them to drop some feedback. So initially keep it free and see how users are the feedback from the users. And once you feel it's going good, then you can start some subscription based models like charging some fee for like that public account, or like the more number of people they can share regarding that, you can have a subscription based system. But it's about reach to community groups, your local community groups, school groups, college groups, all of that, and then Instagram and Reels for a wider audience across all the multiple regions.
Okay, thank you very much for your comments. I'm going to like try to integrate those students group like you've mentioned because I didn't think of that before. So I'll first start my university group. Thank you very much for your comments.
Yeah, I would definitely love to try out your product once it goes live on 29.
On 29th of August, of course. See you then.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Rohan.
My project is about generating carousels by like if by like we don't have to do any kind of hustle but for generating carousels we have like the theme. Okay, we have theme which are presetted by us, and if you have your own matter or any kind of thing, you will put the user will put, and the user will get the output on the screen on its own. The image generation and the and the whole what do you call that?
So, if I
Sorry, I
understood
just need it
correctly,
like
are
this.
you making a carousel of like a slide, like carousel of pictures, videos, like it is a sub part of enhancing the web page, or how is it?
Uh, Ma'am, actually, I can't hear you. It was little echo.
Can you hear me now? There's some background noise from your end, Rohan.
Okay, wait for a second.
I think it's
Wait, wait.
better now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, 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 it's
Yeah,
better.
so I'm saying that if I understood correctly, you are trying to make a carousel as a product where it would be a carousel of videos or images, and it would be a sub part of some web page which you're trying to provide as a service.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, how would that create a difference? Is it some different carousel? Because anyway, people can make a carousel with HTML or CSS, right? I mean, using web
Yes.
dev, we create a carousel. So how do you stand out there?
See, now the main thing is like what I have noticed is while making carousels on any kind of like big LLMs, Chat GPT or Gemini, we
Yeah, correct.
require we require some kind of time. If we make small mistakes also in the slide, we have to regenerate the slide again and again. Here, we don't have to do that. And this why this is like different from the other things, other SaaS products, because this is like now for now it is free of cost. Okay, I figured it out somewhere somehow like getting some API keys for free for now.
Okay, which model are you using? So are you relying on AI models for this?
Yep,
Which AI model
it
are you
is
using
like
for you to get the API
NVIDIA
keys?
Nemotron.
Okay, Nemotron. So is it some locally hosted somewhere? Did you create a local LLM agent?
No, no, it is an API key, which I just
Like
pulled
a
out from
Okay.
NVIDIA's
So are
website.
you using like Open Router or like which platform to get it, or it's directly from NVIDIA Nemotron?
Yeah, directly from NVIDIA's main website.
Okay, okay, that's good. Okay, so how do you prevent the regeneration? So you are kind of cutting down the time taken, right, to like
Yep.
regenerate the carousel again. Okay, so do you have any metrics like then you can actually display or like tell your users or client based on it that this much time you can save. 90% of the suppose some X percent amount of time, suppose 90% amount of time you can save by using your method of regenerating carousel.
Sorry, ma'am. I just can't like. It was a little bit more ago. Now it is
Okay.
clear.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm saying that do you have any metrics? How better is your carousel generation performing than any other models or like any other third party apps?
Okay. So right now, we have like just launched that this product, right? So we have limited amount of themes, and we have limited amount of sources. So we are like extending it right now. We are improving it.
Okay, okay, cool. So, okay, what are the challenges you're facing right now?
So right now, the most important thing is like getting the users, getting
So it's
the
about the
users which can
marketing.
open.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So it's about the marketing. So okay, one thing. So we are trying to sell as like just the carousel part, right? So generally, like any kind of third party software, anything you will see, they have a complete suite of the the applications. Like it can be the carousel, or it can be like the way you position images or videos. Like it would be an entire web dev package which they are offering, right? So to like for users, it would be very helpful or very catchy if at a go they can get 2 3 services. So I'll always suggest you, like, if you can have more services on board, so that it can be a complete package, or else otherwise you need to identify a few of the web dev suites which actually are in the market, and pitch to them that our carousel generation method is better than yours, and that's how you can scale it up. And so it can be B2B as well as B2C. So for that, like right now, how you're trying to scale this? Like, do you have any social media handles? How are you reaching out people so that they can try on and you have more testimonials?
Yes, we do have an Instagram page which
Hmm.
is carousels. Okay.
Okay, that's good.
And we do post like
Hmm.
recently we do post almost daily on this
Okay,
page.
that's good. That's good. So I'll suggest to fasten it up, reach out in community groups, like like your college professionals, or like college students or professionals, wherever there's group, like people preparing for interviews or anything. You can just like drop your survey link over there and ask people to give some feedback, review it, and also try to have some metrics. Like 90% of the time is saved if you use our own carousel generation. So that would be the catchy part. Even for companies, you can cold email few of the startups where you feel they can actually improve their web dev application or suite with the help of your application.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Are we done here? Like, do I have to drop the call?
Yeah, I think the moderator would like put someone over here. I hope I could help you. But yeah, like having 2 3 services is always better than one service or one tool.
Ma'am, like, can you tell me like or suggest me like which kind of services it could be?
So for web dev, like the how to beautify the websites, right? Like suppose for small businesses, right? So how they can use your carousel generation and make their website better in terms of readability, in terms of getting more reach, in terms of interactiveness. So you can also scale based on how interactive it is with the users, or how the statics are, how appealing it looks to a user, the color palette, the
Yeah.
user interaction, the way you interact, the UI. So you can focus on the UI. So all these are UI metrics only. So you can expand from carousel to all these other aspects.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, well.
Hi,
Hi, Vidya.
am I audible?
Yeah, you're completely audible.
Okay. So yeah, there is I have built a web app, a Civic Signal, which uh, have news, which actually ingest news from the web, which will help you in any legal work you want to build a house, or a store or any mall or something, and you want to know if your country or community have some legal paperwork for it, new laws for it. So instead of searching whole web and all the documents from the web, you just search here uh, in your community or in your it has a GPS system integrated, so you can search your community in which you live and you want to build your mall or something, and it will extract laws and paperwork, any required, any changes in your laws according to it. And instead of reading whole PDF or the video or something, it will start this exact line from the source.
Okay, so that's a very good application. Like, suppose we are moving to a rental space, or like, renting out our own apartments, or like, building a home. So we often
Yeah,
face kind of legal issues where we are not sure, like whom to connect for, small legal stuff, or like to be prepared with. So you made a solution for that. So one
yeah.
thing, is it like a chat where I can have a complete chat, or like prepare my own statements, or maybe the entire legal letter also with respect to the issue, or it's about the info? I mean, can it help in generation of some report, or like it's like a one place for searching infos, legal info?
It's a place for infos. It is a
Oh,
place for legal info actually.
okay, got it. So that's good. So it's like a
And it's
localized.
backed by,
Hmm.
yeah, it's a localized, it's civic community based, and it is backed by real source, not like made up AI source. So it just backed by real websites of the community and country.
So are you using any AI model, or it's just like web scraping from that related legal sources across that GPS location?
I use Gemini 3.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
you kind
use actually Gemini.
made a small language model based on legal information, right? Instead of a large language model. Good. So that's good.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
and it,
So
it covers like not very much areas, but some countries like US, UK, Canada, Australia, Germany, France, Japan, Singapore, India, and Brazil.
That's fine. That's pretty much a lot of areas, and we can actually later leverage to other areas. But that's a very good start. So, what are the challenges you're facing? What's your ask?
I'm actually, yes, facing on like marketing and users.
Okay. So, So what have you done? Like, did you ask any of these people like me, suppose, who just gotten out of college and looking for new homes, or renting out space, or building their own home, or maybe a neighbor, disagreement? So, could you identify people who are facing them and get them try this?
Not right now. I'm doing two works, actually two internships together. So I'm actually doing both, and I'm stuck between both of this, which I will do first or which I will do second.
Okay, how did you come up with this problem? So you have some problems or some inspiration, right? Like these are the areas which I faced the issue, right?
Yeah,
Uh, okay, so one thing would be like it's a very like concentrated users. So users who would be in that dire need, they would be using your app, right? So one thing is like we need to spread it fast. Like it should not be concentrated in a certain region, but we need to reach to as many people as possible. So for that, the best thing
yeah,
would be you must have an Instagram handle and which you are putting a post, maybe a video of how you are using it. You can create scenarios. See, even with AI now, it is very easy. You can create scenarios. Like suppose person A is facing this, person B, and showing an interaction. You can also create some videos also on it, AI generated videos, or even you or your friend can act and showcase a problem, a common legal problem that people face, and then like they are unsure of whether to seek for a legal help or what to do. You create that, and then you show how your app actually like helping, like by writing it there, what kind of suggestion it is giving and how accurate is that with respect to some official legal help, some official advocate, whatever they will like prescribe versus what your app suggested, how closely related they are. You can showcase those kind of videos, keep it very short and keep that hook, and that would be interesting to watch.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you. That's a
I
big
hope I was able to
plus.
actually be of help and yeah, give some ideas.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, sure. Hi, Priya.
Hello, Anveshna ma'am.
Yeah, hi.
How's your
What are
day
you
now?
building?
Ma'am, so just to quickly introduce our project, we are building Nirnay. It is an AI powered emergency decision support system. So the main problem we are trying to solve is that during disasters, information and comes from many different sources like citizen, sensors, and also satellite data and authorities, and that information can be incomplete and constantly changing. So Nirnay brings this information together on a unified map. It helps identify the risks, it shows the confidence and uncertainty, and also it provides safer emergency routes and allows responders to run what if simulations, like what happens if a road becomes inaccessible or a resource becomes unavailable. So the important part for us is that Nirnay doesn't make the final decision itself. AI recommends, but humans decide. Right now, our MVP is ready and functional. We are testing it. We have done 90% of testing. We have deployed also. We are doing some enhanced features in it, and we are adding new districts and trying whether it is working or not. So we are doing we are very active in LinkedIn also, and also posting actively in Instagram and our WhatsApp communities also. One thing I wanna ask, like, just give me one suggestion about how can we present more effectively so that our project will move forward.
Cool, yeah. So this is very interesting, the disaster relief like mechanism to mitigate a disaster fast, right? By providing the habitants of that place a quicker exit or a quicker way to commute or take alternative paths, all of that, right? So, the
Absolutely.
best thing I can think of is like we can have a good storytelling part.
Yeah.
Like we'll do a storytelling where, like currently we'll show if your app is not there, then how much time it takes, what are the, like affected, like, since there's no mitigation, efficient mitigation, what are the downfalls that happens? Right, like you can show that so many people are overcrowded in a certain area, all of them wants to them to be picked up or relieved, due to which that additionally creates more emergency, right? People get often sick, or like someone is in critical condition and people are not able to reach because of this gathering of crowds,
Yes.
stampedes and all, right? That also happen, a lot of stampede happens because of the disaster. To
Yes.
show the chain of, the loops, the chain of like effect, ripple effect, which we call ripple effect of incident that can happen, and how by your app it would stay at level 1. It won't let it escalate to level 2 or 3 or 4, and by which you can save a lot of time, lot of people's health. Show the number of like have an estimate. You can have a mathematical backed up estimate that would give more credibility for government or for the lawmakers to believe in your product, right? So you can show that and show the difference. I mean, how fast you can mitigate it, how fast you can show the other routes, how less affected people can be. Give metrics, the this X number of percentage of people, can be saved better, handled better. Suppose deaths were about 50%. Now we have minimized deaths 25%. So a simulation like that. We are in the age of AI. We can have very good simulation based on this. See, because creating these scenarios is difficult, right? So now in Nepal, there's a huge flood going on, right? So
Yes,
you can take
absolutely.
examples from there, that how that is actually so major and like disastrous prone, and how it could have been better. Make a simulation, make a video, make a thing, and show that how it could be done in a very better way. So in that way, it would be very catchy for people also to listen to it. Give story, backed up research, metrics, all this. Yeah.
We have thought about that video, and also same thing happened in Kerala also, and now it is
Oh,
being in Assam. We are trying to catch up everything and do the
yes.
researches of it.
Good. And there will be a lot of media articles, news articles on this. These many people died. So you have good credible source. Now you need to
Yes,
simulate it with the help of your app. We have AI simulation. Put it in your app, put all this data, and then show how
yes,
it can, you can lessen it up.
yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank
Welcome,
you.
Pritithya. Yeah.
Hello, Anvisha ma'am. Am I audible?
Nasiha, yeah, you're audible. What are you building?
Okay, so we are building a space where we basically show all the opportunities to the users based on like the details they're entering. So a personalized opportunity hub. We don't like create any opportunities. What we do is we scrape the web and we use AI for web search, and then based on like the where the user currently stands, what they're looking for, where in which areas they're looking to grow in, we show them very personalized opportunities. So this saves like hours of internet search, and because opportunities do exist but they are scattered everywhere, so we kind of bring them in one place in a personalized manner.
Okay, what kind of opportunity it is? Is career opportunity, job openings, internship
Mhm.
openings?
So it's career opportunities, for example, like hackathons, internships. It could be even like mentorship events. So it completely depends on like who is the user, because and they can select what kind of opportunities they want as well. But currently, like we are focusing on students and earlier career professionals.
Hmm. Okay, okay, that's a good one. Yeah, so that's a very helpful app. I would definitely like to try it out, because to me, a lot of students would reach out to me asking about what would be the, or a lot of
Mm-hmm.
college students also, and they would reach out to professionals who might not have time to reply and always be on time. And due to which,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of time maybe the opportunities or the openings, the date gets crossed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because of that, because of less of
Mm-hmm.
awareness. And so that would be a very helpful thing. So what are the challenges and blocker you're facing right now?
So the main, I think, challenge currently we are facing is we are not able to bring 50 users in our platform, and that's what we are looking to do in a matter of 3 days. What would you recommend we do? And also, we have another feature where, like you mentioned earlier, we find out about a lot of opportunities too late, or some people are there who already know about it, which will be perfect for us. So we also have a feature where the users can enter their own opportunities that they know of, that they might have heard from word of mouth, or they have seen on a niche social media profile or somewhere, and then they can add it and AI validates it, and it's added to the database and shown to the other users. So it's also kind of building a community.
Yeah, that's good. And also, if someone have subscribed or said that, okay, I'll attend this event, we can also send them out reminders,
Hmm.
personalized reminders that, such that
Okay,
they
okay,
don't
okay.
miss this, because that also happens a lot. Yeah, correct.
Hmm.
So yeah. So how you're planning to scale it, or do you have students who tried this, early career professionals who tried it?
So our MVP just recently went live. We don't really have any real feedback yet, but we are looking to get people on board.
That would be pretty interesting, and I think we can reach people one to one for this particular use case faster as well. You will have a lot of your friends
Mm-hmm.
and also your seniors, juniors, whoever can use it, and put up a good number of testimonials. Like these many people have tried and tested
Mm-hmm.
it out, and these are the new events they came to know that's happening all around. So yeah, and how frequently will it be scraping the website? That also depends, right?
So currently what we are doing is we allow the user to take care of that, because we have a button which like scrapes a fresh scout for us when the user clicks on it. But then unless the user presses, there is already pre-fetched data.
Okay, okay. The preface data can be old, right? Like how old can it
Yeah.
be?
We are also deciding to do this, that in every 12 to 24 hours, the app automatically does a fetch.
That's better. Yeah, that's better. That's wonderful. Even I would like to
Mm,
spread it across students and college students, school students, also professions like
that's
me,
great.
where there is some kind of
Hmm.
meetups happening or some discussion going on, intellectual discussion going on, so they can be a part of. Yeah.
Hmm. So can I share it over on your LinkedIn later?
Yeah, sure, Nazira. I would definitely
Okay,
love to
that's
try
great.
that. Yeah, all the best for your
Uh,
product launch in 2020.
Thank you. Can you also give us some marketing and some tips on how to get users?
Yeah, so the first thing is that, see, you must have already an Insta handle and all of the YouTube stuff. So are you putting up content, like it can be a
Hmm.
storytelling based on it, or AI generated videos also, Kling and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Video, those also are there, right? So you can create through that and keep it automated, such that you don't have to spend much time, but you can schedule it and it will keep on posting, right? An agent which knows. And the thing is that
Okay.
now it's about how better we can build those, provided you are posting regularly, like at least 4 times a
Hmm.
week. The next thing is that how good quality or good hook are those videos able to catch. So you know about that ADA principle, right? The marketing principle, where you catch the attention first, create an interest, then curiosity, right? So you can search about it, try to
Hmm.
use these kind of psychological hooking, like catching stuff, by which you can, throw up a tagline, right? Like, okay, so this is an interesting meetup happening over this place, but how many people do you know?
Hmm.
And that there are about 10 people, whereas, the competition is so less. There are 10 people, and the rewards are so high. And people who would get to know,
Hmm.
they are open to this and they know about it. Suppose it can be even a startup pitch also, right? Like there are a lot of angel investors around, and that's a meetup happening where your ideas can get funding. And not many people knows that. People are busy bootstrapping, and people are thinking that, okay, it won't be accepted. But a lot of people who knows about
Hmm.
this week, they goes up there, show up there, and getting the deal cracked. So these kind of hooks would keep it well. Try to keep your brand, like logo also intact, and yeah, that's how you spread it. Nice voiceover and very interactive, not monotonic. That would be the thing. And also
Okay.
for youth, this is an educational
Hmm.
base. LinkedIn would be really good. You can create up stories, write it about them. Not, it shouldn't be too long. It shouldn't be too short. Follow the ADA principle and keep dropping it. And you can also expand it to offline meetups also. Like all these people who are looking for these kind of meetups or opportunities. You can also create an offline meetup where people can discuss about what new did they do, or whoever tried this, you can
Hmm.
take testimonials from them also. What did they learn? Yeah, so I was telling about the small meetups, right? So once you have a good pool, you can start bringing people in a small groups and create your own event also after that. Since you have a lot of people, there would be a lot of people who would be interested in discussing about this particular topic, right? Suppose today we'll discuss about how
Hmm.
to use ARMS agent to do everyday automation. And and there people would have come to know about it. And later you can keep some entry fee, start with minimal entry fee, then expand it, then include food, drinks and all. It can be a half day event. So like that you can create your offline base also. It's about like community building. It would be like a community
Okay.
building.
Hmm. That's a really interesting advice.
Oh, I'm so happy, Nazia, that you liked it. And I would really hope to see this kind of app. I mean, I would definitely suggest people who comes to me, the college students, to go for this app. I mean,
Hmm.
that would be a very good solution. A lot of people comes to me even for early career professionals. We won't be much, aware about what all things are
Hmm.
going on. So, because mostly people are busy with their corporate lifestyle
Yeah.
from Monday to Friday, and they only have Saturday, Sunday, and how can they be informed about all of the things on that single day, right?
Hmm.
So these kind of small notification, or like you can
Exactly.
have, suppose a person gave a location that I'm in Bangalore, right? So Bangalore, suppose I'm in Marathalli region, right? And then your app can
Hmm.
actually filter out and show him that these are the things going around your region in this Saturday or Sunday, and you can go for it. Some kind of things like that.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Okay.
And
I'm
create
also
interesting.
thinking like
Yeah.
I think we could also do a newsletter as well. So if they sign up, they get sent on a regular basis opportunities customized to them.
Yeah, yeah, that's very good. Newsletter, yes, yes. That would be good. Very
Love the
good.
community idea as well. Thank you so much for your expert advice.
Uh, Welcome, Naziha. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you so much. I'll share it with you soon.
Yeah,
Appreciate
sure.
it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Hi, Anvisha.
Hi, Namrata. What are you
So I
building?
would, sorry.
What
Oh,
are
yeah.
you building?
So we are building an app called Ekata, and it's basically a one-stop sort of app where you can find tailored scholarships for you as per your profile. Uh, it's mostly helpful for students or young professionals who want to go for study abroad. It also gives you the pros and cons, tailored roadmap, a compatibility score, and how you can a roadmap, how you can bridge that gap. It also has a financial calculator that tells you how much more amount you need to fund your expense when you're studying abroad, as well as has an AI SOP and LOR writer. And we have also built a community space similar to Quora, where people can ask or form like a peer community. So this is the basic idea of the app.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Yeah,
please.
so I wanted to ask that, okay, so it kind of helps, it's focused on people who wants to do job or some research or PhD or MS or higher studies outside, right? It's focused for them.
We haven't really specifically mentioned like it can be for any studies like a bachelor, master's,
Yeah, yeah.
because some scholarships doesn't have a limit. For example, there's a scholarship like Chevening in UK, which is like it funds for 1 year masters. So any course or any field, people can apply for it, but people aren't aware about it. That's the one of the issues. And also, I think there's also an assumption when I spoke to few people that they assume that they will not be getting the scholarship. Though when you look, because they assumed maybe because of the financial background, or they assume that you need to have certain amount of marks or something. But a lot of these scholarship doesn't really specify so many guidelines. They're quite flexible. It depends a lot on the SOP that you write and the interview that you give. They're more dependent on that.
You're right.
So
And also, one thing is knowing the scholarship. Second thing is that they would have lot of terms and conditions, right? Like we will
right.
give you, like it's like just like you said, it's for 1 month, 1 year, or like the accommodation we are not including, and it just covers this much expenses of your tuition fees
Right.
itself, and all this and that. That creates a lot of confusion. So one thing is awareness. Second thing is also about understanding it in and out. People get kind of like a bit intimidated by the way these applications are. Also, it would be wonderful if like it can summarize and write in points, or you can chat interactively, right? Like, I have this doubt. Will it be covering this particular scholarship? Will it be covering this aspect of my expense also, or is it am I fine with this kind of degrees, or it can be about a degree also. I'm having this degree. Can I do it in that, and what all? So yeah, that would be interesting. So and also I think once we have this, it can also have a good alumni base also. I mean, if you can onboard people who are already doing masters or bachelors over there who face similar issue, I'm sure they would also be willing to share their experiences, one to one. Like one thing is that I can think of an idea is that your app can have that one is like consulting online with the agent or chat or the chat assistant. Second thing would be one-to-one mentorship with these alumni, whoever have done masters
Yes. For
or.
that, why we built the community space, keeping that in mind.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. And if they can also have one-to-one, direct mentorship also, and it can be on
Sure.
paid basis also, right? And they can book the
Definitely.
slots, and then they can go for it. So that would be a very holistic
Cool.
approach. Yeah.
Sure. So one of the doubt that I had was that we none of us really have a tech background as such. So we have built this app using Lovable. And one of the mentor session that I attended, they suggested, what API you're using. You can build your own base, with few scholarships that you can't find online. So I wanted to ask you, since you are from that background, that could you please guide us that people from non-tech background, how can they build something that they're not totally reliable on just the app to suggest, maybe something else we can do at the back end?
Yeah, yeah, so correct. So this is a very good question. So for this, people are like, this intricacies of how you handle the LLM itself or set it up. Suppose you want to have a local LLM. A local LLM gives you the flexibility of higher context window, and you can feed all of your data. It is always online. You don't have to go for the subscription based stuff, like paying and doing it. You can have it yourself locally hosted. So for that, people are kind of now building skill files these days. You know what is a skill file? A skill file will actually guide the LLM how to set it up, how to set it up locally, or how to get the API and also process this. So these are kind of categorized into small scale, like small language models. ChatGPT and all is large language model, which is a lot of information. Your one is particularly to these kind of specific information of researches and scholarships and all of that, right? So for that, to building up that, you can find in GitHub, like try to search about skills, how to like set up a local LLM agent using skills. So they already have the
Okay.
rules written. You just feed it, and you can easily set it up after that. You don't have to
Sure.
like think of the intricacies. Today only I was using the skill file to set up a software. Okay, so earlier setting up this entire code base and software would require so much efforts. Like the errors would come, and you need to go through the errors, or you need to navigate between two or three SSH remote machines. Okay, and what I did is like I gave the skill file, and then I said that can you help me follow the skill file, and now you set the entire code base. So it navigated from one window to the other window, and it actually sent messages to each other also, communicated with multiple agents, and then gave me the entire product at last, where I didn't have, I was like entirely headache free. I didn't have to think anything. Just give the skill file and it is able to do it.
Sure, we'll definitely look into it. And just one more question, since we're building this AI roadmap, which suggests that, how can you bridge the gap? Any suggestion for that, how we can improve it?
Okay, so the AI model will be helping with the roadmap, or like step by step what you need to make the SOP and all of that, right? So
Right.
I would suggest giving it some sufficient information beforehand, right? Like what kind of like roadmap already exists, right? Like there would be a lot of people who write blogs and everything about the roadmap, right? Like this is the way we prepared. So collect lot of materials based on it, and then identify the gap. Suppose some person they would directly writing an SOP, but then you want to first show the resume, and then what is the degree they have, what projects they have made, and then like identifying the best project out of it, the main relevant project. So this is step one, resume, picking the best project from the resume. Third would be like knowing, diving deep into the project, how it is relevant to that research lab or that guide with whom you are applying. Then relevancy also matters, right? No one else checks this. So that would be
Mm.
another check, then building it. So you would have to put your own creativity here, and you can define to the LLM that these are the steps I want, like segregated, and then it would create your own way of like the entire roadmap and not stuck to a particular one. So you need to do that research and come up with the existing ones, that what are the fallbacks, what are the gaps and all. And then you can train the LLM. If you just mention it that this is the format I would want all of the roadmap to be developed, or also if a person is asking for a roadmap, take all these inputs and then only build it. So then it
Sure,
would be a common centralized form. Yeah.
sure, we'll do that. Thank you. Thank you so much
Okay.
for your time.
Okay, Namrata.
Bye.
Bye.
Good evening, ma'am.
Um,
Hi, ma'am. Let me give you a short introduction of what we are building. Actually, because as just any human, we normally use a navigation tool, like for example, Google Maps. It only shows us the fastest route possible to our desired destination rather than showing us the safer one. Because sometimes I wanna avoid traffic, avoid construction, and avoid like unnecessary stuffs like a place where street lights are not working and etc. Rather than going faster, I would love to reach there 3 to 4 minutes late, but I wanna be there as safe as possible. So our website gives like three routes when we set destinations. First is fastest when possible. Second is safer one. Third is intermediate. You can choose whatever you want. Then, like it also has a feature of safe events in case when I am followed by someone. If I feel like I'm being followed by someone, rather than if my destination is like far away, I would rather go to place where is like little bit of crowd, so I will feel much safer over there. So safe havens are the places which are 24/7 open or are open during that duration of time. For example, pharmacies which are open 24/7, hospitals, corporate buildings, etc. Verified ones. Another thing, as I mentioned, if I'm being followed and I feel I'm being followed, there is an option of like I'm being followed button. When we click on that, we already like you have to already set up your emergency contact number and all. If you click on that, your location will be sent to your emergency contact number. At the same time, you would be like automatically dialed your emergency contact number. You can call them directly. Uh, Another thing, for example, if I'm traveling and I say an accident or a construction happening somewhere in the middle of road, I will, I am as a user, I can click the picture of that incident, for example, car accident, and post it on the application. And I will like verify it if it's actually happening. So other people who are choosing to go from that route,
they can get that instantly. Okay, you can be delayed for 2 to 3 minutes because of certain car accident happen. And for the verification purpose, we can use, मतलब we are using is like a bot types. If like I posted that there is a car accident and this much traffic will be there, and so, another person use that route only. So if that person cross that area, we will be having a bot saying, did you see that like accident, or did you see that police, etc. They will confirm it, so other like users can see if actually that happens, if that is like authentic or not, something like that. That's our whole idea of going safer rather than faster sometimes.
Wonderful. I love this. I never came across this idea which you said, so that is quite fascinating for me. Like yeah, definitely. Even I have also felt this, right? Like it can actually shouldn't have an option where it shouldn't mind of the time, but where there's more crowd, where there's more people. I don't want to go through a lonely backyard path of someone's home where there's no one. But if you may take me through to a marketplace, and I would be really happy to even spend those extra minutes. That is wonderful. So right now, how you like? Have you tried it on few users? Few like this is mostly like kind
My
of.
few my few friends tried it, but I haven't been able to like post it anywhere because uh, I didn't know anyone from like fellowship. I made team in the fellowship itself. On the in the starting, everyone was like, okay, I'm interested and I will be doing work, and we literally dedicate 2 days to decide who will do what work. But at the end, everything fell on myself only. So I had to do front end, back end, deploy, post videos, everything. So it feels overwhelming, because of that, like I am unable to like post a lot of things. Even when I'm trying to communicate with my members, say like if you actually want to do this or not, or because I also have many things rather than this hackathon, na, like college and other stuff too. So I was like overwhelmed with that. And I'm actually serious about it. So I only posted like 2 to 3 videos, how much I was able to do. But because of that, I wasn't able to scale, and I wasn't able to onboard people on this. And I don't really know about marketing strategies. So it,
Got it.
I'm just too
That's fine,
confused
but
where to start and
you
where to
are
stop.
learning a lot, and you being, like the CEO, like who is the CEO? The CEO has to be in all of the shoes. The CEO must know all of the spec, what's happening, back end, front end, logistic, operations, everything. So think of yourself as the CEO of this project, right? So for this, I would suggest did you try putting some content in LinkedIn, because these kind of unique problem statement or unique ideas where selecting the safer route and not the quicker one, so you can build a nice, catchy stories and keep on posting about it. Like you told me about multiple features of it right now, right? So
Hmm.
many features which are really beneficial. So put one feature and write a short post about it. And post can be done easily, right? It won't take much time like videos. Use the ADA
Hmm.
principle, like creating the curiosity. Write one line, right? Like you are at 8 p.m. Want to go to your standing in this junction, and there's no vehicles, nowhere, no people, and which route would you choose? Like your Google map would show you the fastest route where it is like through some narrow, short walkways, right? And what you will know, you don't know the other safer route to take, right? You will follow what Google map is doing. So at that condition, what is the thing? Then you can bring in your product, bring in your app, where you will show. You can have a graph also, like how safer it is, and in reality also try to sketch it up. Like it might take you delay, but it is much more safer. Like you can like how Rapido has this like bike rated by women, like pink bikes rated by women, right? So you can have this rating done. Now it is up to the women if they want to go by that route, or the fastest one. So you can show it and portrait like that. Like you have a bike, like you can compare. See, you will have one strategy like this. Second thing is like So Rapido does this bike-rated women safety, but what about the route safety? Like the entire route, how we know it's safety. So our app does that. So you can build content on that also. It will make more people curious because every woman faces this, right? And it can be also for men also. So that's what. So you put it up in LinkedIn, and then you just give your drop your URL that please try out. You can try this app like here, and you can give your feedbacks. That would be a good way. Second is like ask your friends to do it and develop testimonials also. And you can put it up. This person feels much safer, or put up a testimonial video, and then in that way you can gain more crowds, I would say. And since you are alone, you can try, AI generated content also around it. Once see, for even for AI generated content, you must have your own first database of what you want, what your storytelling is. So once you keep on posting this or whatever you have posted in LinkedIn, I mean Insta or LinkedIn, so along with that, feed it to them, and then try to curate your own way of AI generated videos.
Okay. Actually, we have another feature like because safety differs from for the person who is walking or who is on vehicle. So if you are walking alone by road, then there is a feature you can put in like I'm walking. So they will give different direction. But if you are driving, route will navigate on that behalf only.
Mhm. But even
I
in case
was
of
thinking
driving,
about
also, if
like
a woman is driving alone at night, they don't want to go through that. It can go through the navigate through the crowded place also. Because what happens if the car breaks down in mid of that if the person is not that sure? So it also can be useful for both the cases.
okay, ma'am, thank you. Ma'am, how can I scale people? Like, as you told me that I can use my friends and LinkedIn, but like, how do I know how much of people are logging in and everything? Because I really don't have idea in that.
Oh,
So,
okay. So there's something called Google Analytics, or by Meta also there's some analytics tool you can install by which you can see how many users are visiting, how many users are spending time with your app and they're going out. That would be a very interesting metrics to show. Even you can build up a content regarding it. Check out Google Analytics.
oh, thank you.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hi, Ankita.
Hello, ma'am. So, to start with the problem, uh, we have built the app which is for the kids with the neurological problems such as dyslexia, dysgraphia, and all. So, basically, they feel different from other children if they know they have some disease, and they directly don't go to the parents or the teachers if even if they have any problem while learning or reading. So we have built an app which is gamified and uses computer vision and hand tracking, and which will be fun for these children to play. And they will be not playing thinking that it's for the testing of my app. And schools, their parents, teachers, they can use this app to check what are the problems they face, or they don't face any problems. All these things.
Okay, what kind of problems? How will the game be a measure for that? What problems
Can
does
I
it?
show you a demo first,
Yeah, sure.
if
Go
it is
ahead.
possible?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, sure. Is it visible?
No, not yet. I'm not able to see it yet.
I don't know. It is showing that it is visible. Mm, um, just a second. Is it visible now?
Yeah, it's loading. Yeah, I can see it
So
now.
yeah, so this is our product, and we have login and create account, two options. Once we get in, we have five worlds. I can show you that. Yeah, so we have these things. When the child has to play this, you can just see the demo how how the child can play.
Okay, and what will it detect?
It will detect the reading abilities, the expressions of the child, and various things related to the accuracy, and is the child able to, like, different worlds, they have different advantages. So for this vision valley, they will detect, is it able to catch the lights properly, and accuracy of it, is it able to catch all the things, and this is for their critical thinking basically.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
Another one.
dyslexic student or neurodivergent student will, like, what is the metrics? I mean, how will you be evaluating? Like, suppose out of 10, it got 8 or something. Is it like that? You will get a rating out of it?
Yeah,
Score
you
based?
will get, yeah, you can get the remarks, and at the end you can see, like, their parents, not the child, but their parents or teachers, or even the school can log in, and school can assign people, assign teachers, they can view whole report. I will just show you further thing. This is like memory world, where where we will check the if, like, child can memorize things well or not. And this is another world.
So it would be applicable to normal students also, right? Like,
Yeah,
average
yeah,
students can also to understand, how their brain functions,
yeah,
what quality they are good with. So right now, how
yeah,
many qualities we have? One is like memorizing, and what else
yeah.
we have?
Memorizing, vision, for more on critical thinking of the child, the reading ability. We also have the like hand tracking. We have by hand tracking, and face tracking also can be done. And for microphone access, the child has to speak some words and some sentences. Also, there is a reading activity where they have to read certain things. Likewise, there are different activities, and these are the logins. I'll just show you a last thing. For the child, for the parent portal, I'll just show you. Yeah, so this is the school login, where the school can access things. uh, yeah. And this finally can be the parent portal, where all these things can be visible: sound, vision, reading, the tracking, number sense, memory. These are all the factors that are going to be tested.
Hmm. That's good.
Yeah.
But then, how did you measure this accuracy? I mean, whatever score it would be giving.
Measurement, like, it is, I don't know actually properly, because I built this using an AI tool. But like, by Claude, I just told the idea and made some changes. I took the code, then whatever features I wanted, I used VS Code and Codex to do that. So I don't know what exactly by how we are going to measure, but mostly by the hand tracking thing, and how the child is performing in all these activities by the score, if we say.
That's good. Like, later you can actually put some research. There will be a lot of research articles on it, right? Like,
Yeah,
maybe like this kind of activities must have already been categorized, and there will be some metrics based on which they are identifying or like measuring. So later maybe you can feed in these to Claude, and because you can claim better to school students and teachers that this is backed up by
yeah,
research. This is what research says. The article says this much, like, a percentage of metric that you should have, and this is how it is evaluated. Like, one will also question, how do you know, like, if the child is able to point out the yellow lights, then the eye hand coordination is good, or things like that, right? So you can show it that this is what research paper says, and it does it. So yeah, that would be a good way. So right now, what challenges you are facing?
Firstly, I wanted to ask if this product, like, it has two parts. As you mentioned, the normal children can also use it, right? So, can we make it a learning platform or the screening platform? What do you say?
Yeah, I would suggest it to be a learning platform where, once they give a score, like a student is evaluated. Next, you can also give some exercises on how to improve that particular ability, like
Mm-hmm.
identify the weakness. And like suppose it was not able to identify the lights, so we need to slow this, like lessen the speed of the appearances of the light, and then ask the child to identify, or like make different objects, and create some more personalized or curated exercises for that student.
Okay.
So that would be a good way to expand it to learning, right? Like it would be a feedback system. You give
Yeah.
the test, you get a score, learn, give the test till you are perfect in that, and then you can tell that teachers or students, like your child can, you can see the visible impact in reality once the score
Mm-hmm.
improves. So
Yeah.
that
Okay.
would be a good way. And
Yeah.
also,
So what?
what I feel one of the best thing about your product is that right now everything is being measured by how a student can just read, learn, write, or say, right?
Yeah.
But that's not the correct way. This eye-hand coordination, the way their logical brain, left-right brain, all this, these are not being studied. Or a person, or like, see, it's not possible for the child to know what they're good at. At least the teacher or
Mm-hmm.
student, they must be able to guide the student based on that, right? Like based
Yeah.
on these experience. So you can portray it like that. That would be a good point for marketing.
Yeah. Okay. So for MVP, like, what is your take on it? Like, is it like now in a good state, or it needs to be improved more? Like right now?
Yeah, so right now for MVP, this is, I mean, we can develop more on top of it. Like, I would suggest give the learning exercises, show the points,
Okay.
show the ratings, and
Mm-hmm.
then say that, okay, you curated the points like that. Like I was saying, right? Listening, reducing the speed of the lights, how it
Yeah.
appears, and then you give the exam. So it would be a holistic learning. And also, you must mention in the MVP that you have taken all this way of testing from research, like from research papers. So go through
Sure.
some research papers, or any kind of metrics that have been evaluated or as a standard, and then take it. So you are backed by the standard as well as a learning exercise. It completely validates people, and teachers or students will be using it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Any more suggestions for the marketing and stuff? How can we do
Yeah,
it?
marketing and stuff, I'll say that uh, it would be first, it is like a B2B and a B2C, right? Like you can onboard it in, it would be best if, so these days all schools have this online platform, right? Classes and all of that. So if this can be integrated there as a tool, okay, for education institution. And second, it would be like even if the education institution doesn't have the, at least the parents can do this test, at least install in their laptops and all, and at least can make the student learn of these. So these would be the two ways. And so for marketing, I would suggest that target both. To reach the education institution, you must, because it's a very short span of time, just cold email few schools
Mm.
and say if they want to try it out. And for teachers or students, if you know any kind of student, get hold of a student and ask their parents to just try it out. And it's like
Yeah.
very simple, yeah. And yeah, and create nice stories, right? Like these days
Mm-hmm.
education system just evaluates based on reading
Yeah.
and writing, but not on these skills. So keep a track on that. Put this on LinkedIn also, because a lot of
Yeah.
people would be there who would also like to try it out.
Yeah. One last thing, just I wanted to ask. You suggested for the learning platform, right? So we should not go for neurological problematic kids.
This would identify those categories also. Suppose if child is prone to being dyslexic, right? Suppose they
Mm-hmm.
don't understand the difference between B or D. So you can identify at that beginning stage, and also can curate learning materials for them. So it is targeted to
Yeah.
both. Yeah,
Okay.
just not for
So.
neurologically divergent
Hmm.
student, but for both.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. It was great.
Welcome. Yeah. All the best.
Thank you so much.
Hello, Anvesha.
Hi, Sanya.
So before starting about my product, can I just screen share it?
Sure.
Can you see it?
Not yet, Sanya.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to show you our MVP. This is our site. What it is about is that it's a study loop. Basically what happens, we are all in a situation where we have a test tomorrow, and start studying one day before exam or one night before exam. So what we want is, we don't need a lot of ais where we can just send our material and they give us all the journal information they have. But what study loop does is, it just tell you, like, okay, send me your material and I will show you the quizzes and everything regarding your material. If you have doubts, I will answer that, but I won't answer anything that is outside your material. Same as with this. Let me quickly sign it up.
Hmm.
Okay, so I have already made a few things. I'll introduce you. So we can add a course here. We can just add the details and select the date of the exam. Then we can upload the file. Since the file would take a little bit of time, so I have already uploaded one. I'll show you that. So here I have uploaded the file, and related to that file, it would give me a quiz. So a user can answer it, and it would tell like this. We have a lot of quizzes, a lot of fill in the blanks and related stuff, whatever I have posted in the material. Similarly, I can ask the doubts to the AI related to the material, and if I ask something outside it, it won't answer it. And we have a concept graph. There we would be divided our PDF into several levels. So after you conquer one level, you can move to further different levels. And in this way, we can make your study not short, but so that you can revise in a single light everything you need to know based on your mistakes. So it's not gonna teach you every syllabus so that you learn everything, even those things that you know perfectly well. It will teaches you based on the mistakes that you are making. So it's like a revision loop so that you can improve, because we are having a notebook LLM. What it does is, it will tell you entire thing, entire syllabus, and outside that too. We just want that whatever you have studied, you could revise that before the exam, like a cheat sheet type of thing. So here we have all the cards based on the levels you can see, and you can ask the doubts like this, and it would answer it. This is mainly our MVP. So, what do you think about it? The idea, the MVP, anything you don't like?
Also, I wanted to know, so this revision strategy also has some kind of timeline backed psychological stuff, like so first time when you're learning and you go deep into it, the next time you need to revise the same concept after about 14 days again, and next time you can reduce it to 7 days. I mean, you can keep on increasing the days, like 14 plus 7, 21 days. I mean, the more frequent you revise, you can increase the gap, the duration of like the next revision. So does it have similar thing, like a calendar where it will show that you revise topic one on this date, so the next revision should happen on the next week of, suppose today is Thursday, so next Thursday you will again revise this topic. And if you revise it on Thursday, then again the next time it will appear is like after again 2 days, or it is something like just like within a very short span, like just before exam, you're trying to revise it, so it doesn't have that facility, or like how do you place it there?
Right now, it is about just before the exam when you need it. Like you are under so much pressure, you can't see a lot of sources. You can't go to the AIs that are pre-built. So we are giving you a easy tool that study whatever the teachers has given you. You don't need to see everything around. And for the thing you said, we need a revision at a time pace, repeating it again and again. For that, what I feel is like when a person has studied anything, they would need a test paper before they give the final test paper. It is like that. So give your exam before that, give your exam in this app so that you know you are ready, you feel confident before going to your actual exam, so that you don't feel that lack of confidence there.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Yeah, so as for this one time revision thing, that's good. But yeah, we also should have an option to leverage it. Like if a person wants to again, go through that same thing maybe a week later or a 2 week later, I mean, they should have that option to actually, like suppose one person is preparing for this JE or like NEET, suppose, right? And they have about 6 months for revision. So how they will use this material? I mean, you can target these students also for that, not just like one day exam where college students or school students would give, but these kind of competitive exams also, right? Where you can have a curated, reminder based calendar that this is your time for revision again. Please go through the same notes again. I mean, they need to go through the same notes again and again, like, to remember it and also repeat it and create some interesting exercises like you're already doing, right? Identifying the weakness which they try to forget and then repeating it. So it's already, everything is already there. But then it can target those kind of students also. And a lot of students, the main thing they lack is the revision strategy. You will find a lot of students will say, I didn't revise it. They are giving mock tests, right? You also said about they're giving mock tests.
True.
But after mock test, they should identify the weak areas and come back again to the revision sheet, right? Because they have everything there. They're not going outside it. If they want to go outside, yeah, they add it. But mainly they have to be within that just before 6 months or like a 3 months time, right? So it can leverage to that level also.
One thing I forgot to add, like if you're making a mistake, you're giving the quizzes, we have that record. So whenever you're coming to practice again, we have another set of questions that is based on those mistakes only that you
Yeah,
have
correct.
made in the past. Yeah. So the one feature is the second, we are having a report card that I didn't show you. Like I just gave one answer only, so it could be based on that. So this is a right now I'm having this grade. So it gives you like for the, as I show you in the previous concept map, we have a different kinds of nodes. So it tells like level 2 I have completed this much. I haven't solved anything from level 1 or level 3. So right now I'm having this much clarity. These are my weak topics that I need to study or revise again, and if I still have any doubt or I want to practice again, I can do that. And people can also just download their report cards and show off it, something like this.
Oh, from this I have an interesting idea. You can make it peer based, gamified way. Like, like you can add your peers also, and they can also share their reports and have that, like that, what do you call, score, right?
Like a
Rank.
leaderboard kind of thing.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Hmm.
Yeah, we have that in mind, but we were on a short of time. That's why we didn't add it. Like I have
Hmm.
thought of one this idea, then I have also thought of adding a calendar where not only the exam dates would be circled, but people can write their notes also on the calendar, like a
Hmm.
whiteboard kind of thing that we would be implementing by today's night.
Hmm.
Okay. So any other suggestion regarding the MVP?
No, that's good. And when you're presenting your MVP, you can give a story kind of thing, right? Like you're at the last one. I loved your UI, first of all. I liked your UI. I
Thank
like
you
the
so much.
fact that you wrote doubt or like go ahead or practice. Doubt and practice, those were the two buttons, right? That's also
Yeah.
good. Like if you're in doubt, you again recap. So it was very easy, simplified way to understand your MVP, to be honest. So that was a good point. But I would want, during the day of emphasis that, see, you are missing out few points to see me, right? Like the scorecard or this feature, that feature. So I think when you present the MVP, it would be nice if you tell a story. tell a story about what happens to a student just before the day of exam, how the person is seeing it and going through it. And then maybe two of you, like another member of you, can also act that they are also studying. And then you show the
Can I show
comparison.
you that video? Sorry to interrupt. Can I show you that video? I have
Yes,
created that too. Like my screen, can you show that? I have already presented it. Yeah. So this is our page, Instagram page.
oh, that's nice. You got 44 followers.
Yeah, we have 90 plus users right now.
How did you measure it with the help of Google Analytics?
We have that in Versal there is this thing, and also we are using the super base. There also we can see.
Oh, Superbus also has it. Yeah. This is interesting. Okay, so which background are you from?
Sorry,
Which background are you from?
I'm
Like
from
what?
computer science only. I'm in my final year.
Oh, okay, cool. But then the marketing thing is like a very like this I like it. Who came up with
Yeah,
this idea? You all came up with this idea?
me.
That's nice. That's
I
nice. I like
I
it. Yeah.
love art and creativeness. I just want that I could use my art in the websites I make.
Cool, cool.
So I
That's I don't know. I loved your website so much, and I don't think a person who's in CS can make this kind of interactive website. I felt like you're from design or like marketing kind.
no, no. Like this kind. So main question I wanted to ask you, that what about the marketing? Like I have done everything, like the people I know from the Dora hacks, also everything I have communicated with all of them. Like there are any communities or any other people where I can reach out so that our product scale in just one day, like we are on short time span, not on a long term. Right now
So
I
there are a
want
few study groups that are already existing, last minute study groups, or like where people are preparing for long term examination like NEET, JEE, GATE, UPSC, and all of that. So can you post it in those groups? Those people would be really happy if you can reach out and then make them try it out. There were a lot of
how would I
free groups.
find how would I find those groups?
So maybe you can search in Reddit or like just directly search FB groups would be like open groups for NEET JE preparation, open groups for this kind of preparation, and you will find those community groups. There will be a lot of groups. Even
Okay,
Telegram
thank
also.
you so
Telegram also there will be a lot of people, and then in there also you can actually try this out and make people try it. That would be a good
thank
way.
thank you so much. I love talking to you.
I would really love to see how. Your final product.
Thank you.
Welcome. Bye. All the best.
Bye bye.
Hello, how are you
Hi,
doing?
Pavla. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So basically, I have a project. It's basically a platform for learning, making the idea of accessibility more basic and easy for everybody to learn. So, as you know, accessibility, digital accessibility, should be made for all people to be accessed, like the net. For example, the person who's blind, the one who's deaf, the person who has a physical disability. There's many barriers, and there's sometimes there's websites don't allow them to access it. That a lot of people don't don't have awareness even about what's accessibility, what it means. So I thought about, so if one wants to learn it, there's a lot of technical, terms and things like that. A lot of, so usually a lot of the web dev or web designers, they understand the terms about accessibility, but not your everyday person. So that's why I thought about, why don't I make a platform to make accessibility, the terms, or like just the rules basic for everyone to learn, just at the beginner level. So that's why I built just accessibility. That's what it's called. So yeah, so and it has like quizzes, and by the end you understand the lessons, and what is unique in it, that it has different persona. In the beginning you can choose your profession if you're a teacher. So at the end of the lesson you would have scenarios where you can implement accessibility in a teacher's life. If you're a person who like works in office, how can you implement accessibility in your life? Yeah, so that's basically what is on. So the my problem is right now, like especially for this hackathon, so I built it with Lovable, okay, and so now, like so far now, I posted on LinkedIn about the story behind it, and especially for me this is something special to me because I'm a person with a disability, physical disability, so I know why it's needed, but a lot of people don't. So I did put a post like my launch, I mean about my the idea of it on my LinkedIn, and I sent it to family and friends, but I don't know how am I gonna get people on board, like for the product hunt, 50 users. I don't know how to do. I'm not really good at marketing, so that's what like I'm like confused about right now.
Okay, I'll have to know understand your problem better. So, like problem statement better. I wanted to understand that. So this is specifically for disabled person, and what kind of disability?
It's not for the, I mean it's for everyone. It's not necessarily for the disabled person. It's for like
Okay.
you, me, anyone to go on here and to learn a little bit about the basics of accessibility.
Okay,
Yeah.
so a person can learn about accessibility. Is it that?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, okay. And not many people are aware of it, and that would help people make good products where it accessibility feature is taken care of, right? Like
Yes.
maybe
Yes.
in train platforms, like they would have a heightened,
Yeah.
like lines so that the
Yeah.
wheelchair can go through and all of that system.
Yeah.
Very thoughtful, idea, I would say. So what this kind of thing, it's like a course material of accessibility, right? Like which people can take
Mm.
up, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So corporate. I can think of the major thing is about this corporate sector. You can reach out to companies to hold startups, from startups to like big MNCs. I will say majorly big agencies because they would be already looking for such kind of courses, and also
Mm.
like they would train their employees with these kind of courses. Like just I heard that one of my friends' company today they had a fire session. How do you handle in case
A
of an
fire
emergency,
hazard. Yeah.
blackouts.
Mm.
Yeah, right. So, and a third party, or came up. They were giving certificates. They were giving the entire training. They curated the classes. They were giving quizzes and everything. It was a 2 day workshop of 4 hours, 4 hours each that was happening. So I could think of your app or like your coursework as a similar categorized, product, which would be very beneficial, very targeted, a very narrow targeted audiences, and that's good because you can gain
Mm.
you can onboard a lot of corporate institution with this solution. And I would first say you
Mm.
can reach out to these orgs for it. And second thing is about products, companies who build products, because those employees they need to learn this. Every employee must learn this because that's how they can
Mm.
build better
That,
products,
that,
thinking,
but
thinking in terms of
that like for
everyone.
my
Mm.
so my my own like platform, it's not really detailed like a technical, like we're not gonna come out as like a technical fully certified accessibility expert. It's just gonna be like, example, the teacher has nothing to do with coding or anything like that, but she's gonna come out and she's gonna learn practices. For example, maybe she has to show a video to her class, so usually the videos are audible, so that maybe she should be aware that maybe there's a student who has a hearing disability, so she should remember to put captions, right? Rather than like, okay, everybody assume everybody can hear. So these practices in each, like, profession, they should put accessibility in their lives. So it's just, yeah, so it's not really detailed, but
Hmm.
it's, good
But
practices
that's
that you can
only
all do in the life.
beneficial for people to get started with, right? People are not aware of that. They don't take care of these kind of detailing when building a product. So I would say
Yeah.
reach out to product designers also. Like
Mm,
uh, reach out to product designers and say, how this can be helpful for them to keep in mind in building a better product. Take testimonials from them. Like
mm,
how beneficial it is for them for their work. Like how they can keep it in their mind. So that would be one
yeah.
thing. And second thing would be that for marketing, you can give examples of like how a bad product looks like, or a bad, like any kind of meeting, hosting events, and everything looks like when it is not taken care of. If you don't take care of every person in the audiences, versus what happens when you take care of it, make it inclusive of all the people that are included in that,
Mm,
right? So
yeah.
that would be a good thing I would suggest.
Okay, and okay, so far, like, we're in a phase that we like finished building. Now we're testing with people, like, to visit the page. So how am I, like, I'm trying to get people to come up, to visit the page so they can, like, to view it. Let me show you the website as well.
Yeah, that would be really nice. I would love to see that.
Okay, so this is the page. Can you see?
Yeah, it's loading. Yeah, I could see. It just went out.
Okay, so this is it. So it's just like a, oh yeah, so this is the page. So we can choose a profession, or we can just be general, just curious, and then we can
Oh,
choose.
that's nice. You have all the targeted
Um,
audiences: teacher, designer, developer, teachers
y-
also. You can reach
yeah,
out to
yeah, that's what.
teachers.
Yeah.
That would be pretty easy to
So,
get,
and then the
right?
lessons.
Hmm.
Yeah, and so the lessons are like basic and like, sorry, enter. Yeah, so the lessons are basic and just a few quizzes. Just to and gives us a few examples. You know.
Hmm. I think this can be taken by every person. I mean, in the sense that teachers, students can also take it up. It won't take much time, right? How long would be the course to complete?
Sorry.
What would be the duration of this course? I mean, how long will it take to finish this course?
Oh, it's very short actually. It's a very short course. It has,
1 hour?
okay, for now, because of this hackathon. I made, yeah, you can say 1 hour. I
Yeah,
made
one
only
is
six
course. Yeah,
six
so I think every
I
person
made
should be
only
equipped with this. Hmm. And I think even government
so
should make it mandatory for every institution and organization to have such courses.
yeah,
To make
yeah,
people
yeah,
aware
yeah.
of that. Yeah.
So then this is a scenario. So what
Hmm.
should happen? I mean, no, it says a story. I mean, so Lena
Hmm.
books a doctor's appointment on a website. The confirmation code only appears inside an image, and her phone reads nothing and nothing out loud. So,
Hmm.
and you need to choose the right answer. Yeah. So that's basically. So yeah,
Yeah. So
it,
I
it
think
depends. Like, what's your profession you picked, and it's gonna give you
I,
scenarios according to that. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's interesting. Hmm. So
Yeah.
I would suggest
So
that
so
similar teachers also, it's very beneficial for teachers, like that students who are actually growing up, who might have some disabilities, at least the peers should also be aware of it. So it's very beneficial for
yeah.
colleges. You have a large audience to cater actually.
Okay.
You can reach
Okay.
out to
So
those teachers.
So I
That's
have a
right.
question just before I go. Sorry. Right now, like I seen some other, I mean, people in the hackathon. They put like sign up so they can get people. So for me, I didn't to get users to. So how am I in the end? How am I supposed to know if people went like did the lessons? They interacted on the website. Is it only on the like I'm using Lovable on the stats? That's where we're going to see if people are visiting, or how, like how should I know actually people are coming to visit?
Yeah, so people generally use Google Analytics or Meta Analytics to actually monitor the crowd base, the number of people logging in, logging out, how much
Mm-hmm.
time they're spending. So you can
Mm-hmm.
get all of these details,
Mm-hmm.
and then can
So
measure
so
it.
so the lovable like stats like analysis is not enough because it does have something like that, like how many visitors, which country.
Oh, Lovable has that.
Yeah, it has a, yeah, it has.
Okay, so what exact difficulties? I mean, what limitation are you facing with that?
No, so I said, is would that be enough, or do I have to still get like the email people who are entered and sign up? That's my question.
Okay. So, I mean, see, there's no point of people signing up here, right? They can actually come do your course or maybe can track it. But it's a 1 hour course, right?
Yeah,
So, it's
yeah.
a time we should focus on, how many, like, how much time they're spending in. That would be a good
Mm,
measure to know how much they learned it. So, we estimated it's in a
mm-hmm.
1 hour course. So, did people
Mm,
spend 1 hour or how much time? Is it less, more? We can measure it like
mm,
that
mm-hmm,
and filter
mm-hmm,
out like an average. So average person will take suppose 45 minutes to finish it. So in
mm-hmm,
that way, we
mm-hmm,
can actually consider that they went through
mm.
the course and they did it.
Okay,
And you can
okay.
have scores also at the end if they want. Yeah, scores also at the
Sorry.
end.
Oh,
Do you have
scores.
scores? Scores, yeah, scores marking at the end.
Um, yeah, I think something like that. I have it has a bar. Yeah, it's not really scores. It's just like like you
Because
finished
see,
the
suppose if
course.
you deploy it in school, right, where teachers are also doing, students are also doing, and if everyone is a profile, they can actually see like a leaderboard thing can also be a good option.
Mm,
Where they
okay,
can,
okay,
yeah, measure,
okay.
what their peers scored
Mhm,
or how they scored. Because we want to
mhm,
deploy
mhm,
it as a course in
mhm,
every institution. So
mhm.
this would be
So
a
so
good.
basically, so right now, like especially for, I should target like education, or you said the businesses. Like who should be my target? Because too many won't get me anywhere. It's like I need to like
Yeah,
target.
yeah, correct. So I think first we should like start from the bottom. So bottom is the youth, right? The youth which is
Yeah.
growing, the youth which is like our future.
Mm,
So schools would be the best like
mhm,
place where they should be educated. Then only the coming generation will be more educated
mhm,
and accessibility, right?
mhm.
So it's best, and
Oh,
also it's easy. I mean, it would be easier also if you reach students and also schools and colleges. You can send out an
yeah.
email saying that would you like your students to try
Okay.
this out, circulate this out to make them aware of accessibility. And then would be
Mhm.
corporate giants, tech giants. Because it's B2B
Okay.
as well as B2C. So you can reach out to the customers, but best would be like if you can get hold of the businesses. If you get hold of suppose like MNCs, and if you can get it as a course, then all the people in that they need to log in and like and do this
Mm.
course, right?
You said
But yeah, right
MNC?
now to show your product, yeah.
Yeah, right now to show my product. Continue.
Yeah, right now to show your product, see MNCs, the process of getting you onboarded would be longer, right? So in that way, you can
Yeah.
reach out to businesses, small businesses or small startups. You can reach out and say that this is some course, and like every employee. I mean, put the reasons. Why do you think every person should know about that?
Yeah.
And then and for
Okay.
schools, right now you can
Okay.
start
Okay.
with
So
maybe
small
small
bit.
tuition, small group classes that happen, and you can actually put your
Mhm.
product there.
Okay. Okay. So schools and like small startups. Like why is this important for accessibility to
Yes,
them?
yes,
Okay.
correct. And later expand to
Okay.
tech giants. Hmm.
Okay then. All right then. Okay. Thank you very much. Really appreciate your advice. Thanks. Thank you very much.
It was nice hearing you, Ala.
One question. Like, what do you think is missing? Like, any advice do you feel like about like the page I showed you.
Okay, so missing, maybe you can make it more interactive, like for people to not more feel bored. Like maybe the UI
Okay,
can be, yeah,
okay, okay,
and
okay.
maybe some sample videos if you can show in real
Mm,
life how that would create differences. That would be
okay,
interactive. Yeah, the only thing, yeah, right. Only thing I felt that it can be more interactive. So people don't feel bored doing it.
okay, okay, okay. Maybe
You can
I'll
have more
send you.
characters. You can have more interesting characters, and they're interacting. You can create. How about the marketing? Are you making some videos on it? You can make interesting videos on it that have
Uh,
in this situation. So you want to educate people, right? So it's
yeah.
like you pick up a topic. So whatever instances you have put, the scenarios, you can actually put it up, act between two characters, and give the solution there itself. So your platform would be like giving infos also, right? The info about all of these courses or how people can be aware of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. All right then. I put my link in the chat box so you can like look at it in detail later. Okay, and
Okay.
there's a feedback to let me know more details. All right. Thank you very
Well,
much.
let's start. Yeah. Bye bye. Okay, thank you so much, Dora. It was really nice. It was my day two, and I did the mentorship yesterday and today as well. It was interesting to know and hear all of the ideas. I would really love to see the products. These people are making me excited about the products which they are building, and I hope once it's up, please do tag me or please do inform me about the products so that I can also go and experience each of them. And thank you, Dorada, for coordinating and making the entire experience so good. Bye.